Okay, recording is in progress. Hi everyone, once again, welcome to AuthorAID's webinar. We are recording the session and a message must have popped up on your screen. Your being here is equivalent to you consenting the recording of the session to be in the recording of the session. And today is the first day of the part one of two-part webinar series on the theme leveraging AI in academic research and writing. And we have Nafisa, our author steward, with us, who would be facilitating today's session. The other series of the session is going to happen in February 28th at the same time, the last Friday of February, and I hope you would also join us then and have already registered for that. So today, there are certain housekeeping rules that I'd like to share with you before getting started with the session. The first one is, like I already mentioned, your participation indicates the consent for the recording. The closed captioned are available in various languages. The translation and closed captioned are available. You can click on the CC uh, button below. If you don't find it, please let me know and I can help you with it. If you have any technical issues throughout the session, please email me or send direct message to me. The email address is astha.subedi@inaps.info. To reduce the background noise, we'll mute everyone except the speaker and would like to request you to mute yourself if you are not talking or asking the question. Please raise your hand. It is in the participant panel. I hope you know you are acquainted with the raising hand feature. If you would like to ask any questions during the question and answer session, or if during the session you'd like to ask anything, just drop your question in the chat box, and Nafisha will will address those questions. Yeah, so that's that. And I would like to introduce you to Nafisa. Nafisa is a lecturer and PhD candidate specializing in public health and epidemiology. She demonstrates a keen interest in academic research and AI applications, having presented to faculty staff at the Technical School of Karbala on using artificial intelligence to improve research writing. She is currently involved as a steward at INAPS and holds committee membership in systematic review and meta-analysis as RN. Additionally, she is a part of research site team and a member of African Science Frontiers Initiatives ASFI and Global Researchers Club. Now I'd like to hand it over to Nafisa for the further session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Athia, for this generous introduction. I'm glad to be here, and I would like to say thank you for all of you for joining this session, and I would love to hear where you're from, as you shared in the chat. As I can see here, there are many people from different fields, which that's one of the things that I expected. And can you hear me? Yeah, I think someone else is talking. So that's one of the things that I really like, that there are some people from different fields, from engineers, social science, not just medical science, because I am in the medical field, and I would love also to hear from other people from different things. So I will share my screen, and then we will start just warm up with some few questions, and then we'll go further. If you have questions, just you can raise your hand at the end of the session. I think it will be better, and I hope we can present all the things in the time, on time, I mean. Okay. Just a sec. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you can.
All right, thank you. So AI in academia, I would like just to reflect some disclaimer before I start. This webinar series did not sponsored by any party or even any tools or app that will be presented here. The advice I'm going to use here regarding AI tools, that either you have to use it or the way you have to use it, either from my own experience or from research, or also from AI expert such as Mushtaq Bilal. So I would like to ask a question. If just Atha, can you just share a pool, the first pool that we have before we start about using AI? Do you think AI can replace you? If you cannot share the pool, let me know so I can stop sharing.
They have started answering. We have received.
It will be difficult for me to see the answers,
Over
but
50 of, yeah.
Okay, now I can
do
see
you
it.
want me to share the screen? Okay, you can see.
Now I can see it. All right, that's great. Mm-hmm. Well, that's very interesting. There are many people, they thought, or they have this thought that AI will not replace us. Good. Can you share the result, or they can see it? We can stop it and then.
Okay,
No, we
I
can't
think
see
I
the
might
results.
have to. Okay, you can see the results. Okay. So, do you think AI will replace you? There are out of 108 respondents, 9 responded yes, and 99 responded no, which is 92%. So, for the second question, have you used AI in research without being transparent and declaring its use? 36, which is 35% answered yes, and 65%, 68 number of people answered no.
Well, very interesting result. When the first question, I didn't expect that there will be only 80%, like 8% of the people that they have this thought that AI will not replace them. And the other one is like, it's still, there is a bit higher. So like 35% of the people here, they are thinking that, or they used AI without being transparent. Either they use it in research or any other, maybe an essay or something else. It depends on how they use it. So according to that, sorry, I'm going to end the pool so I will be able to share my screen. Can you help me? Yes, I think now.
Okay, it has ended.
All right, good. Now I'm going to reshare my screen and then we just put it full. I will start by this. Why is AI changing the future of research? As you know that, like every day there are multiple or like many millions of AI tools that have been just increasing or created daily, but they are still AI tools that the big one or big companies like ChatGPT, Gemini, or other AI tools. Aside from there are other AI tools that can be used in research and academia. So these AI tools like ChatGPT or whichever tool that we can use, it can assist us either in summarizing, brainstorming, or just like bring multiple ideas that if you want, if it can guide you, but it sounds like robot sometimes. So as a researcher to use it, sometimes you need to use it, not sometimes, all of the time you need to use it in ethical way. So that's why we encourage people to use AI to save time. You won't waste time. You won't be procrastinate. At the same time, you can organize your things or ideas in a notebook in one tool One tool can summarize, one tool can give you how to create a topic, one tool can also research questions, how to create research question. Other tools can do that. So there are multiple tools. Each tool has specific feature. Either you have to use many of them or you can rely on one of them, as we will demonstrate that in our webinar today. So one of other things that it could be one like a big concern which has been mentioned by the CEO of OpenAI. His name is Sam Altman. He was really afraid that AI might go wrong because it depends on the information or data that you are feeding it. So every time you go there, you just ask a question. Either you ask it like in a prompt way, or you ask it like logical way, like just you ask normal question, and then just AI will not even make that effort to answer it. Just with sure normal thing. And if you are doing that blindly, you take what AI give you and just share it, let's say, or just with the high confidence that you give it to someone without even revising it and see how it's inaccurate, it will be a big problem. That's a concern that Sam is worried about. And I think many of the people who have been fall in that fault. So as it's big concern, they like in US, they were really cautious and they want to try to be focal and even put some rules regarding like how to use AI. Or in the government, there are some universities they do not allow using AI tools. Some journals, when you publish, they will concern about AI and they will ask you to like not use more than specific percent. Other journals, they will ask you to be transparent and declare it. Very, very few journals, they ask you that if you already use AI, you can declare and it can be a co-author, while many journals, they do not accept that. So we have a snapshot, some stories of misusing AI. I'm just reflecting the bad use of AI at the beginning, and then I will tell you that which good thing that we can use by using AI tools. I'm not sure if you know this person or if you come up with him before. Actually, he is an instructor. His name is Jared Mon. In 2023, as agriculture instructor in a college, he sent an email and he sent email to his students. He's declaring that I have opened my own account for Chat GTP. As you can see here, it's not even Chat GPT or Chat GTP or Chat HTTP, it's Chat GTP. I copy and paste your responses in the accounts, and Chat GTP will tell me if the program generated this content or not. So he have been asking those students, while many of the students, they didn't even know what ChatGPT is. They didn't even use it. They didn't even hear about it because this was in May, while ChatGPT at that time has been released in November 2022. And that actually just gave idea to some of the students to go use ChatGPT. So what he have done is that after he copy pasting the assignments of the students, ChatGPT, sorry, it's like I'm confusing now with what he already wrote. So ChatGPT just gave him that, oh, like 26% of his students have been using like AI tool just to create the assignment. So the AI tool was not realistic to give him the correct answer. And according to that, he made his decision and he gave X to majority of the students. It was a big concern because many of the students have been like complain. And then when they asked them, he said that he used it. Only one student out of those, he declared that he used ChatGPT, sorry, in writing his assignment, and that like they took a concern regarding that student. So this one of the things that when you use AI, you have to make sure that you don't use it blindly. You don't use it in a stupid way. Either you're going to impress yourself, or at the same time, you will take things that they are not realistic, because sometimes one of the limitations that AI tools that they have, majority of them, they create things that are not there. They just imagine things according to what you give or feed them. So that's why most of the time they ask you to make prompting, AI prompting, where the more you feed the AI tool about exactly what you want, the more it will give you something very specific and it will guide you. So one of the things that you have to use it in a proper way. Do not rely on it 100% and use it in a smart way. This is also another example. I don't know if you know him, and he's Stephen. Stephen, he is a lawyer for 30 years. He has also used ChatGPT, and the big problem, he used it in his case. So he had a case in the court, and then he used ChatGPT just to write the whole case. He took as it is, and he went there to defend against his opponent. Surprisingly, his opponent, according to that, he gave six cases, like six cases example, and at the same time he provide references. And as you know that ChatGPT can give you fake references. He didn't even check that, and then he went there. His opponent, unfortunately, when he checked the references that they were there and the cases they were there, they were not realistic. They were not even exist. And when the judge asked him about what exactly you have done, he mentioned that he has used ChatGPT and he didn't expect that it will end up like that. So he totally rely on AI. And if you see that he has been experienced like an expert for 30 years, like it's not someone who can just, let's say, fresh graduate, undergrads, because most of the people they're concerned that, oh, students can use it. No, even those people who are expert, either they use it because they don't have time, it's very quickly, and they rely on it. This is another concern. Another example have been used by researchers. I don't know if you heard about this rat. This rat has been generated by AI, and then some researchers, they already added to their paper, and the paper has been published in foreign years. Unfortunately, none of the editors, none of the reviewers have been already checked that it's AI. It's unrealistic to see how big this penis of the rat is here, and that thing is not realistic. And after they publish it, a lot of concern have came that no, that is not realistic. And at the end of the day, just the journal has been retracting this article. Many articles, I don't want, just because to save the time, also many articles, they have done the same. Either they use ChatGPT and they copy paste this as it is, and you can see at the end that the summary, what ChatGPT give, or sometimes it give you advice, make sure to check or something like that. It sounds like a robot. So you cannot just use it blindly. According to that, I'm just giving you advice. AI will not replace you. Someone else using AI will replace you. So do not think that, oh, because of all these chaos, I'm not going to use AI, but try to use it in a smart way. AI is not your supervisor. Deal with it as assistant, as Mushtaq Bilal said. Don't blindly trust AI. Use your common sense. Read it, scan it. After that, check if it's correct or not. Because if you, for example, if you don't know anything about specific topic and you just go to AI and ask, like, let's say ChatGPT or Gemini or whichever, it will just give you something without any reference, without any source, and you will get idea from that. But if you ask it, like, oh, can you provide reference? It will give you fake references. Other tools now they are developing, and other tools now they are related to research. They're they made only for research, which could be a bit better than that. They can give you references and you can go, because most of them, they have been integrated to database, real database. So you can use these rather than using the other one, and it could be better. What could be the takeaway of this webinar today? We will talk about integrated AI in higher education and ethical approach, AI detectors, AI humanizers. We will move over to talk about type of AIs in academia, and then we will have hands-on using AI tools. And I will show you how to find a research topic using AI tools, how to create research question, how to develop literature review. This we will cover it in this session, while the other, like how to write, and also we will talk more about other tools of literature review, which will be in the second series. And if we cannot cover all of these things, and if you find it beneficial, we can also arrange another session, one more session that to cover other tools that could be important. So what if you cut your research time in half while improving quality? While I just mentioned the misuse of AI, it's still you can use it in a proper way. It can be a good tool, a good way. It can save your time. As I was discussing with one of my colleagues, and I was mentioning to him some of the tools that I have been using, and he was surprised that, oh, if I have used them, I could have saved my time because I was using the old way. Why? Because traditional way, let's say previously, if you want to read about anything or to write a literature review, you will go to the library. And in the library, we know the most, like majority of the libraries are organized in a specific way. Like, let's say this is the section of the physiology, this is a section of social science, even in social science, economic, and etc. So you will go to that part, and then you will go search one by one or specific book that you have it. So it's all the way effort, time. You need to take transportation. Even if like you don't need it, you have to go there and then you have to search by your own. Even if you find some books, you might not find what you want in that books. This could be like wasting your time. At the same time, you will read a lot of things could not be related until you find. So now you can do that faster. You can have multiple databases, multiple libraries in one place, and then you can organize them. You can even organize your literature review in one notebook with one tool. So here you can save your time without going outside, without even asking a librarian that, oh, which book is this? Is it related to this or something like that? It's still, sometimes you need to brainstorm with other people. I'm not saying that you have to rely 100% on that, but still it could be beneficial. Still, I have some questions for you. This related to the ethical part, because I'm expecting some of you that might ask this question. How ethically we can use AI? And I have this question for you. Under what circumstances is it ethical to use tools that have record or false positive or false negatives? Why am I asking that? Because when ChatGPT has been released and other tool has been released, at the same time, ChatGPT 0 has been released. I'm not sure if someone heard about ChatGPT 0. ChatGPT 0 is AI detector that has been used to detect if your text has been generated by AI or not. Other people, they came and say, oh, you're not smarter than us. What they have done, they created humanized AI tools. So what they do, when you generate AI text using ChatGPT, for example, you will take that text and copy paste it in AI humanizer, and then again you return back to AI detector to make sure it has been. I have tested many of them, just as a matter of fun, to see how realistic they are. I end up, none of them is realistic. In institutions or even journals, they use Turnitin AI detector. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use it, but I think, according to my opinion, majority of them, they do it just in a commercial way that you have to use it. Because the same text, I can take it, I can put it in Turnitin, it can give me a specific percentage. Same text, I can take it to 0, like ChatGPT, who detect also AI, it can give me also different. It might be higher or lower. Turnitin sometimes flagged text as false positive. And the problem is, it's not that you are using ChatGPT to cheat. The problem is, what if you are using your own text and then you put it in this, you used AI detectors, and it turns out that it is false positive or it's false negative. It might be flagged as AI while it is not. So this is a big concern that it could be also one of the problem. The second question is, at what threshold of probability of what the context would you consider a student work product AI assisted? So this also one of the things that I think higher education or institution, they have to use it, because they might think that they can use AI detectors, but they can fail And if you are not expert enough in using AI and you know how AI because AI, majority of them like ChatGPT or Gemini, they're like systematic in a specific way. If you ask them, if you ask about specific topic, it will give you the introduction and body, and then the conclusion. It give you like summary, in summary, blah 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 blah. So the tone is, well, it will give you many jargons, many like quotations. It might give you many things that if you are really using AI tools, it's easy for you to detect, oh, this is AI generated, this is not a human. Even the tone of the human is a bit different. Even these AI humanizers, they cannot do the same. And the last question is, are you willing to be transparent about these detection issues with your student if you are a teacher? And if you are also you willing to be a transparent, to declare these things if you are a researcher, to declare it to journals, to declare it to your professor, whichever. That's why I asked the first question, do you think AI can replace you? And at the same time, have you been transparent regarding that? Because AI will not replace you. Again, someone else using AI will replace you. Because if you are not using AI in the current time, in a job, in a career or research, you will spend many time. Majority of like organization now, they will ask you to do something. If you are late, someone else using AI do it, then they will choose the other person, they will leave you aside. Even in research, to be most updated, to do it in a fast way, in a good way, you can do that at the same time, but you need to be transparent. That's why there are three things they have to be very, 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 very like highlighted and bold in each part. First of all, in the academic integrity, there is integrity when you write your research, normal research. That's why they tell you that plagiarism, you shouldn't do it. For example, Turnitin, they have been detected, oh, you have copy paste as it is from the same time. So if you have integrity to not plagiarize at the same time, why don't you have integrity to not use AI tool in a wrong way? Responsible AI policy. Each university has to put a policy. Until now, commonly, there is no clear policy of using AI, no ethical way of using AI that you can rely 100% on it. Even COOP, if you don't know COOP, I will show you the website. They don't have it like clearly. You might find in specific journals, you might find a specific institution, they have their own rule. Even Italy, they have been banned previously. I'm not sure now if they use it or not, because they are afraid of that thing. So the third one has to be transparent. And AI in higher education, it can be in different ways. It can be in teaching and learning, still assessment, and institutional practices. Each one has impact and consideration. In teaching, for example, we need to shift toward process-oriented learning. So we need to incorporate AI tool and fostering critical thinking and self-awareness. The consideration, the transparency, as I mentioned, the assessment, AI-powered grading tools, AI-generated assessment. It cannot be like in a way that you use AI detectors because they are not realistic, but you have to be advanced in using AI so it's easy for you to assess. You might ask students, for example, are you transparent or did you use AI? And then you can ask them in which way, give me the question that you have asked. And then you can check the text that they already provide for you. If they are fake citation or not, that means the student, for example, didn't even read what ChatGPT has provided for him, and then he just copy pasted as it is. It could be one of the tools. It might be weak, but you can use your own way. And institutional practice is each institution, as I mentioned, they can create their own policy because AI is developing rapidly. So a lot of things, we might put something now, tomorrow it might be something different. So we need to be up to date to what's going on. So this is just a graph on how faculties can do. So in a faculty, they can use AI tools still, but they need assessment creation and the grading. And this all will go to student learning. Still, they encourage students to be more critical thinkers, do not rely 100% to AI, self-awareness, and they can reflect, and this will shape the future workforce. So let's go to the AI tools that I'm going to demonstrate today. Today, we will talk about different AI tools that can be used for research topics. I will use Heuristica for AI topics and size space and research questions or research questions and objectives. There are two AI tools we will use, ResearchKit and Chisquares. And for literature review and reading, we will use Prexiplicty, Elicit, and size space. I will start demonstrating. And before demonstrating, yeah, this is just mimic like human are hooked while machine are learning. So you need to learn. You cannot just be hooked without knowing exactly what is going on. I will stop sharing and then I will start demonstrating. If you have question in the meantime before I start demonstrating, this is the first part, then we can discuss it, then we will go to the next step. I think someone is raising his hand. You can go ahead. Injani, I hope I pronounce your name.
Yes, thank you so much. Hi, would you kindly go back to the previous slide so that I could just
Sure.
Thank you.
Which one? Do you have a specific slide you want to ask about it?
Yes, the one which was showing the tools, the AI tools for each of the processes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Any question?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. These are just very few tools, and there are many other tools. In the second session, we will talk about other tools. I will focus more on writing using AI tool. And writing, I'm not meaning like writing using the AI, but how to use it in a proper way, in an ethical way. And also we will cover other literature review search that we can use. Aside from these tools, there are other tools that are also beneficial. We can use even ChatGPT in a good way, Gemini, Cloud, Consciousness, other things, Site AI, many tools that we also. So to not spend too much time talking about this, let's just try to demonstrate. Tatinda, you can go ahead and ask.
It's okay. Thank you very much. I would like to ask you, does those free AI tools, how reliable are they?
All right. I think I will answer this question after we demonstrate because you might change your mind when using it. This is one of the things. And regarding the prices, there is a list of tools. I can just go fast now to show you. It has been created last December by Mushtaq Bilal. And I think I will share just my entire screen because Okay, these tools, I have to get just confirmation from me to share it, but I will show you exactly like how. There are many tools, and he already summarized in a good way the price of each one and if they're free or not. For example, for brainstorming, ResearchKit, creating AI, and all these tools. The reliability, it depends on which tool and how you use it. So I'm not saying that all these things cannot be reliable, but still you can use it in a proper way. There are some tools for literature review. Now I will show you how to use it. You can make sure that it's reliable and at the same time it's ethical and it's real, especially for literature review, because you can just click on the paper and then directly goes to the paper. It will guide you directly or take you to the journal that had been published, and you make sure that, oh, it's real article that you can use it. And then you can chat with it or do anything with it. I hope I answered your question. Tatinda. Okay. Another question.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You answered me very well.
You're welcome. Another question from Chris.
Yes, I have a question. Is there an AI tool for detecting plagiarism using AI writing tools?
Yes. As I mentioned, there are many AI tools detectors. One of them is called Originality. Originality have been testing it. It's not for free, it's paid version. The accuracy of Originality, because when I tested, I used 100% generated text, and then I took it to Originality. It gave me 100% AI has been like created by AI. So another way I used it, I tried to manipulate a bit, and then I took the same text, and then I put it in humanized AI detector, or let's say tool. And that humanizer has been changed the text, sound like a human. And again, I took the same text to Originality. It turns out that Originality has been reduced from 100, it was like for 75%. So the same text, I took it to Turnitin. So Turnitin, here's a problem. Turnitin did not detect 100% as AI. Turnitin has detected as 75% as AI. And even this 75% has been divided to two. That 50% has been paraphrased by AI, and the rest of the 75% was AI generated. So that's why, for me personally, I think they are not realistic. They are just commercial way that they use it. It's still, you as a person, you need to be transparent. You don't use AI like as it is copy pasted. You need to modify by your own self, make sure it's like accurate, it's correct, and then you use it.
Okay, thank you.
So you can use Turnitin because majority of the journals that they use it. If you have an account, this is the only one. I authenticate that don't use it, but Turnitin, they used AI detector. And if you have money, you can use Originality.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. We have Mabasra. Miriam. Sorry, I hope I pronounce your name.
Thank
Dr.
you,
Miriam. You're welcome.
Yes. You have been using the term smart. Use it in a smart way. Use it in a smart way. And I suppose you are using smart as an acronym. And can you really explain what your expectations on each of those letters?
Okay, can I demonstrate? So this might also be clear when I demonstrate, so it will be easier for you in how smart way that it can be used. Also, one of the smart way that it can be used in when we use AI in writing, and this will be the second session. So this question can be answered while I'm demonstrating, then I will answer it.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I have another question again. If suppose a student has used AI, and you can actually see from the way they say in a research proposal, they generate their research topic, their research objectives, and research, and then you can see that these items are quite good. But you then can notice that the student hasn't then put flash or supporting literature to show that this student really understands the content that he or she is coming up with. Then you then want to give them some comments that they can add content, supporting literature to it so that it really makes more sense and becomes original, so that it has originality. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think they still can use.
Nafisa, sorry to interrupt you. You are still
No
sharing your
problem.
screen, and
Oh, really? Sorry.
yeah.
It's okay. I think I'm really a kind of person who do not mind using AI for students, for researchers, even for teachers. Let's say I have a problem with a specific topic. I cannot even create a research question. And there is AI tool can help me create a question, or even to give me broad idea of a specific topic. In this case, what should I do? In this case, you can just use that AI tool to give you a summary of that topic or subtopics. You can select one of that topics. You can use one of the AI tool that can guide you to resources directly. I mean, ChatGPT, it won't give you that heuristic. So avoid ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT for something that's not scientific or something that will give you common ideas. Then you can use a tool that can guide you directly. If you, for example, I don't know, what's your area of research, Miss Madam Miriam, if you can, or what's your field? I can just take it as an example.
The area of research could be, let's say, it could be data usage.
Okay, let's.
Yeah.
It could be
data usage in using the environment in a sustainable way by tourists.
Okay, isn't it broad? So this might be a broad one. I can just take it as it is and give it to one of AI tool, like let's say SciSpace. Data usage, like using by tourists in sustainable way. Or I take it to Kickstart, and then Kickstart will create different questions, or Chi-Square will create different questions, research questions that could be possible. For example, in Chi-Squares, you can take that research question and just search in SciSpace, and you want research or papers to support that idea that you have it. Then SciSpace will give you a summary. It will extract many, many databases, and then it will give you a summary with citation about that topic, you get it. And then you will realize that it could be address a limitation or a research gap of that specific topic, and it will give you more papers. Then you can scan it quickly, and oh, that paper is good, that paper is good. You selected multiple papers, and then you can read it, like let's say 10 papers of that, and you read it, and that research question, you realize that it's really a research gap. Same way, you can use the same thing with ResearchKick, where you can take the same idea and give it to ResearchKick, and ResearchKick will give you research questions, and we will also tell you that if that research question has been answered or not. It's like a gap. It will also extract many and search many research papers, and then it will tell you, oh, it seems that this question has not been answered. To make sure, you can check these papers and do it. So the same way the students can do it this way. If they came up with a research question, it has been AI generated, but the same way they use this step and they realize there is a gap, then it's okay. It's not a problem of using it.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Just to save the time, sorry, Daniel, this will be the last question, and then I will answer the other questions after the demonstration, if that's okay.
Thank you so much. Please,
You're welcome.
It looks as if, from what I've gathered and all that, now we are embracing the use of AI. But there are some people who still have issues with the usage of it. I know WHO has its own AI policies. Some countries are even adapting it, like Nigeria have a national policy. But then it looks as if some nations are also left behind on some of these policies. And even in countries where we have national policies, when you go down to institutions, they still have issues and all that. So my question is, how do we help such ones to bridge this gap? Because it looks as if on one hand, we are advocating for the use of it. On another hand, others are against it. So sometimes students are caught in between as to what to do. So how do we help such students, such institutions, nations to really have better policies or truly embrace the use of AI?
This is a very big question. And I think one of the things to fill that gap is what I'm doing now. Because I know many students or many researchers, they don't use AI, or even they do use it in a specific way, but they don't use the proper way to use it. And we are in era, let's say, or a century that there are many, many information. Like you can just feel lost. You don't know where to go. No one can guide you. One of the things, it can start by you. Now, let's say you already attend this session. You can just reflect what you have learned. you can go and then demonstrate what you have used. Do you find it accurate? Do you find it beneficial? Then you can just host a session with your institution, with your community, and share it. That's one of the way we can start. I know there are some policies that above us sometimes, but still, if we can talk, I think that will be better. We can make a collaboration with other people. If, for example, there is a university that hosts and they have a clear policy of using AI, we can use that as a reference, as a source. We can collaborate with them and they can make it. Because sometimes if you are belonging to a specific faculty, to convince that faculty just to use AI, they might not even listen to you. But if you bring someone that who can listen to via your collaboration or something like that, they might just, oh, that's interesting, he will do it, while you might have the same knowledge. So a lot of gap that we have it in this way. So I will just confirm that it start by you, then we can start. And if you know someone that who can host, you can also ask for that, and then we can share it. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. So maybe
You're
I'll be calling
welcome.
you very soon.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Okay, let's just start demonstrate because we are running out of time. And then I'm sorry, I will share my whole screen because it just it didn't give me. Does it give me the option? No, it doesn't give me the option. So, okay, the first tool that I'm gonna use. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, it's Heuristica. So what's Heuristica do? As you can see here, very, very quickly, something visualization, something visualize things, mapping, organizing, whichever. That's what Heuristica do. It has some of the features on the right side, and then you can use this feature and create mapping. If you are a very beginner, then this is good for you. So how, for example, or you don't have any idea about a specific topic, you can just simply use Heuristica and it will give you exactly the implication, the significance, the origin, what that topic about, and then it will guide you on other things. It can also relate to research. That's the question Miriam, she asked, like if a person who already used AI, but if it's good at the same time, and if we can prove that by like providing specific references or supporting by literature, can't we use it? We can use it. So Heuristica does that, but it has two versions. We can just see the plans here. One is for free, and the other one is paid one. So the one for free, it has limited features. The model, because I'm not sure if you know the types of the models. Maybe we can talk about it later or next session. LIAMA. And then the paid version, it has more things. So if you want, for example, to integrate it with research, with database, it can create. Also, it can check PubMed, archive, it can check Wikipedia, Semantic Scholar. Semantic Scholar is one of the AI also literature search. They can be used. You can integrate it with YouTube, postcard news. You can upload your PDF, chat with it, custom prompts, and other many things. So I will just quickly try to show you how you can make a map like this, or we can also just see one of the examples. If you scroll down, you can have also other tools that they are putting it, the features, common features. So it's mainly, I myself use it for knowledge exploration. So I don't use it for something really related to research because for me, I'm not going to pay for Heuristica to ResearchPal because I'm using another tool that helped me research better. So this could be also good, but because I have one tool that can give me majority of the things, which is could be better for me. So you select the tool that could be good for you. And also it's okay for your pocket if you want to pay. If you are a student, also you can select something that affordable, or can you just use it in the features that are available for free. So it has superpower for your research and also personalized learning. If you can see what they are doing in the video, we can just check anything from here. Let's say string theory. In the string theory, they have this example. If I just scroll it, it starts like this. I can just modify it. So how this started, it started from here. Let me just scroll down. Oh, scroll up, sorry. It started from here. They started string theory at one of the things that they want to talk about or to know what exactly to explore. They basically went to the right side here, if you can see. It's powered by GPT-4, and they have this. You can click what, how, who, origin, elaborate, pros and cons. And this is the research that I talk about. It's locked. It's locked. That means it's not available for you. So in this case, you have to pay, and in the paid version, it will be available. Another thing also, it's questions. So the get questions, also it's related. You can link it and integrate it to research or literature, so that it can do that, and also other parts. Let's just demonstrate very quickly on how can we create something like this. I'm not gonna spend much time on it because I would like to focus on all things. So the moment that you open it, just you can log it, you can create your account, and when you get started, it will give you this like option. What topic or link would you like to explore today? You can give me an example. You can write in the chat, and then I will check. Asa, you can tell me which topic that they suggest, then we can start with it.
Okay. Somebody is saying ecology. Someone else is saying sustainable diets, SDGs, adoption of AI policies in HE.
Let's start with ecology.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our core topic that we would like to talk about, but I have known nothing about it. If I would like to know, I can just click on what. Make sure here, when you click the topic at the beginning, it will just make outline here. If you can see, it's pink. Pink, that means you already selected. So you can click, for example, I don't know ecology. What's ecology? It will directly try to summarize and extract information about what ecology is. And let's see here, it's a branch of biology that studies interaction between living organisms and their environment, etc., until the end. And still is mentioning that key concepts in ecology include biodiversity, food webs, ecology niche, until the end. So let's say you are satisfied about it, and then you add it to your map. It will appear like this. Okay, that's what is. Okay, I want to know the significance in this field. What is most significant? What are the implications about it? Or what's the origin? So in exploring about specific topic that you don't know about it, even if you know about it, but let's say you want to use this map in your presentation or something like that, you can just create it here. Let's say we would like to check the significance. If you can see here, I clicked on significance, but at the same time, the significance on what? I didn't click on ecology. If I click on ecology, they might mean different significance. But what it had been provided here, this significance will be about what? There are different types of significance that you can check: practical, theoretical, cultural, social significance, technology, political, or each way. Let's say that we selected political one. Then it will give you also, again, it will check and it will tell you that, oh, this is a political. How significantly it can be in policy or political way. So they are mentioning here, it's very important to inform environmental policy and legislation, understanding college interaction, and etc. If you are also good with that, you can go with it and you just understand what is there and then you put it. And if you add it, if you can see here, it's not appearing, but it appears down here. Why? Because I already selected what? Let's say I would like to know the ecology, but I would like to, let's say, implications. Again, it has the same types of the significance, which is here in the implications, ethical implications, let's say. So it will give you also the study interaction between organism and their environment has significant ethical implication. One of the implications could be this, and ecosystem are adopted, blah, blah, blah. So basically, let's say this is the implications here. and majority after the implications, they mentioned that, oh, further research, indeed. Other research, they need to highlight that it might address gap, or it might be addressed in the limitation. So you can come up with idea out from the implications or from the significance. If it's just ecology, then let's say that I'm reading the last part, concept environmental justice emphasize on ethical obligations to ensure marginalized communities, blah, blah, blah. This call for equitable distribution for environmental benefits and burden, blah, 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 ethical use. So, for example, we need a call for this. Are there any concerns about this? Are there any research has been conducted on this? Maybe this is a good idea that I can take it. So I can copy paste the same idea that I get it. Let's just save it for later, and I will show you what I'm gonna do. So I will add it to the map, and then here it is. You can just define your map in this way. Let's say that you would like to also extract everything from here. You see, it will extract from all these something new from the topics that has been already mentioned. And then you can select what you exactly want to extract. Let's say I want to extract climate change, pollution, environmental justice, diversity. I also want ethical implications. Okay, animal welfare is good. And then I add it. Then you will go down and see. Because I already selected the ethical implications, I want to extract out from these ethical implications different thing. It gives me here animal, pollutions, all the things that I have selected. Let's say I'm interested in this. I will select that climate change, and I will say what's interesting about climate change. Okay, sorry. I have to select it. That's why it gave me this error. What's interesting about climate change? So again, it gave me the term of climate change was first used in 1970s, was scientific understanding of human-induced climate change began to get blah, blah, blah. And then let's say go to some scientists exploring the geoengineering solutions such as solar radiation management, carbon captures and technology, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that sounds interesting. I put it. If it does not, you can just delete it. You don't need it to be there. So you can build upon one to another until you create a map that show you exactly what you understand from this and what exactly going on. And let's say that I want to make like comparison, like compare it. I think I have to select two, but it's not working, it seems. Okay, it might be something. Yeah, I am trying to select two nodes, but it doesn't work. So you can just play with that and work on it. And you can define or select what you want. So that's basically just a small thing about heuristica. And you can use it in this way. You can use it in a proper way. If you want more things, you can just use it. I will move directly. By the way, I copy paste what it has been used here. So I'm gonna use it in another tool. Let's say I took a topic out of ecology. I took like the implications. From the implications, there was an interesting topic. I copy it. I hope it has been copied in the keyboard that I can use it. Okay, the second tool that I'm gonna use is ResearchKit. What does ResearchKit does? To be honest, ResearchKit, I have used it before 5 months from now. It has been developed since that time. It was only this option where you can use ResearchKit for creating question. Now they have chat, and again, they have this, but it is under experiment. ResearchKit is a tool has been developed by Mushtaq Bilal, if you know it. If you don't know it, Mushtaq Bilal is one of the AI tools, let's say expert. He has done many research in AI tools and that. So he found this gap in how to create research question, and that's why he's creating it. Let's say I have a topic. Now I would like to create a research question. I will link this to Chi-Square. Why? Because you can use Chi-Square. Chi-Square is the stop shop for research. It doesn't just has the option of creating research questions, but it has many things. I will let you know. So let's say this is Kickstarter, and I have the topic. I'm going to copy paste it. Yes, it is here. It was there's someone who already suggested ecology. This is the option: equitable distribution of environmental benefits and burdens, and reinforcing the need of ethical consideration in ecological practice. It's just a topic that I took it there. Even you, maybe you don't know, but you want to create questions out from this topic. What are you going to do? I'm going to just click on generate. By the way, this tool is not for free. And if you can see here, 4,000, it was more than this. The more you clicked, the more your credits will be reduced. So before 5 months, I already has been registered with, I think, $5, but now it has been, I think, 10, 9, something like that per month. So if you really in need to use it, use it. If you don't need, don't use it. You can use Chi-Square. I will show you Chi-Square how it is. Okay, this is the topic we got it. It just screened, and then it gave me different research questions. How can frameworks for environmental justice be integrated in existing oncology practices to ensure equitable distribution? And another question, what are the long-term social and ecological impacts of current environmental policies? How can they also restructure to address ethical consideration for future generation? Another question here, for example, how can historical environmental justice be redeemed through contemporary, I think, contemporary ecological practices, etc. You have like 15 questions out of one topic. You can just, as Miriam mentioned, if someone just came up with the topic and then just they got one of the research questions, which could be one of these research questions. Let's say I'm interested in one of these research questions. Let's just select. Let's select anyone randomly. Oh, I like this one. How can technologies and innovation in environmental management be levered to address? Let's say I'm that interested in this one. What I'm going to do, I want to make sure this topic has like research gap. This research question hasn't been answered. To make sure about it, you will go to reading literature to find research topics or not topic research papers that address the same thing. There is a limitation, there is a gap, and then you want to check it. To do so, you have to click here. It will give you 3 options. Either you want to copy these questions, put it somewhere. You want to define this question. Define it, what does it mean? It will take the same question. Maybe you want more details. And because I'm not familiar with this field, I cannot add more details on it. But if you are familiar, you can add more details. Let's say I'm using a specific method of research framework, PICO. If you are in a medical field, most of the time we use PICO or PICOS. PICO, it stands for people, P for people, and I for intervention or comparator, C for comparator, and O for outcome. So, for example, I want specific age, I want specific gender, you can put like not less than 18 or less than 18, something like that. The gender, for example, you just want it for females or males. Let's just try it. Because I'm not sure if this can be linked or already to gender, but it can be linked to maybe locations. Let's say Africa. And then I refined it. It will start thinking and it will create more questions just related to Africa. Again, it gave me 10 questions. And then I can select one of these, which is here. How can emerging technologies, innovation, environmental management be tailored to address the unique ethical challenges in ecology? This sounds good. Let's just try to match this with available literature review. As you can see here, what Kik is, it's already integrated with different databases. One of them is Cite. If you don't hear about it, we will talk about it in another session. Semantic Scholar also, one of the literature review search that can use in a semantic way, because there are 2 different ways that you can search for literature review. There is lexical way and there is semantic way. And the lexical way, for example, you just search in Google, let's say, just make it example. In Google, let's say the same, ecology, innovation, and innovation. If you search in Google normally, or let's say in Google, is it in Google Scholar? Like just in Google. or Google Scholar, I guess. Let's just. If we share it, as you can see here, what Google Scholar does, it highlighted only the keywords that I give. Ecology, innovation. Based on that, it gives me suggestions of papers. But sometimes these papers are not related to what I'm thinking. Like, it's really not related to what I want. So in this case, you need to filter all of these. You need to go through it, read it, and then select the paper that you want. So it is still, you can do it in less way. So basically, let's say you can use Cite, you can use semantic AI. So these tools like Cite, like semantic, like what else? SciSpace that we're going to talk about. It use semantic way, not lexical way like Google Scholar. So if I would like to integrate this with Cite, semantic, okay, search PubMed, even search Google Scholar, and then match it. It will extract. It will screen all these databases, and then it will come up with papers that in the field. It will show me. So it's still searching. For example, search PubMed. There is no any paper regarding that. It's still keep searching to try to find it. We'll just wait a bit to see. It failed to find in Google Scholar, but it found in Cite. It found even 10 papers. Then you can view these papers. My cursor is not working. It seems like maybe because it's processing. Yes. You see, it found 10 papers regarding these. Oh, wow. Then you can just try to read these papers and to make sure that, oh, these papers are good or not. I'll just try to start from the end so you can scroll there. And it will give you this. If you can see how many supporting your idea and how many mentioned, how many people has been mentioned. So this will give you the citations of this paper, and it will give you also, if it's Lit Maps also is one of the tools, and to make sure if this realistic paper, you can just click on it. So this integrated UAV technology and ecological mentorship. So if we go up, it gives you here something. It's unlikely that this research question has been adequately addressed by any of these research papers. So, and then you can select from these, whichever you want. You can just open a litmap to make sure this is real paper or not. We can click just to make sure that this is the paper that I used. It's number 3, I guess. Or you can click here and it open on Cite. This is a paper, because litmaps sometimes take time, so it really takes time too. But this is the paper in Cite. And gives you also similar papers in the field. If you can see this green in my screen, the right one, this and paywall. I don't know if some of you already has been used it or not. Paywall also, you can use it extension in your laptop, and it will also access the papers that you cannot access it. If it can be accessed, so you can add it. So if it's green, that means this paper can be accessed. So this paper is here, it's open access. You can see the full text here. If we just open it, the full text is here. Until the full text keep popping, we will go to Chi-Square. And I will show you exactly how can we also create research questions in Chi-Square. That we end up with. So this is the paper here. Actually, it's not. Maybe it's better to use on paywall because it doesn't give more details or the full text of this paper. So same. Maybe I need to access it via the university or something like that. It's just example. Also, I can't, let's say I can click on this and just to make sure. to make sure that what I'm saying or it's integrated. So you can see here, this is the paper, and this is the full text of the paper. You can read it and you can select what you want. Okay, let's say that we already would like to create research questions, but this time we would like to create research questions using Chi-Square. Chi-Square, you can write it like this, Chi-Squares instead of Chi-Square. Chi-Squares, it has been generated by Dr. Israel Okwa. He is from Nigeria. He has a good background in research and two PhDs, and then he came with Chi-Square. So Chi-Square is currently for free until end of April, but after that it will be like paid one. And if you want to access it, you can access it via your institution. It's just help in many things. So you can do a lot of things. I'm not going to focus on all these things. If you want, we can create a session about that. You can create a survey design. You can design your survey here. You can collect it online or offline. You can also get ethical approval from real committee if you want. You don't need to pay for that. And you can download the data that you created by the survey and clean it. You can download it as cleaned one. The system will clean it. And you can calculate your sample size. All these things, you can do it. As I mentioned, I'm not going to go on these in details, but I will go in the AI Toolkit that they have it in their website. So this is the AI Toolkit, what they have. You can build a whole proposal. This one I will postpone it later, not today, because today is just about topic, research questions, and literature. And you can also create a cover letter. This will come later, and then AI consent. And also you can create research questions and general suggestions, and also collaboration. We are interested about this. Let's say, if you can give me also another topic that I can just use it as an example and then guide you. In the chat, please just share another topic, not in ecology, in different field, maybe we can use it to demonstrate. Arthur, you can help me because I cannot see the screen.
Some of the things that we are receiving is mental health, fish farmers' preferences, and willingness to pay for integrated multi-tropic aquaculture in Nigeria.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I think I'll go to the chat to copy paste that.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, let me just.
The first one, can you see it? Yeah, that one.
Which one? Fish farmers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna copy this. It sounds really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna copy paste it here. I don't like. Okay, I can copy paste the same. If I don't have more ideas on it, I can just copy paste it. And what it does, it will screen this and it will give me research questions. The good thing about the AI Toolkit in Chi-Squares is that it doesn't just give you the research questions. It will also give you research objectives. So it will give you 3 research objectives in each research question. So you can also get 1 or more research questions that in that topic they are interesting. So the person who already gave this example, I will ask him if these research questions really sounds interesting or not, to just double check that it might be good on using it. It just takes time. All right, maybe until the scroll, because we are really running out of time, we can go to another tool, which is SciSpace. Okay, before SciSpace, we can go to Prexiplicty. What does Prexiplicty do? Prexiplicty is also one of the tools. It has free version and paid version. And it doesn't have many features. Actually, you can just ask. It will give you a summary of the things. that you ask about, and it will cite it with research papers, and then you can check the research papers. I have tried multiple times, and it's realistic, and the research papers exist, and what is provided is also related to them. But again, you need to double check with what is going on. Oh, what's going on with this? So let's say that I'm going to ask the same question here, and then it will just directly give me the sources. If you can see the sources here from ResearchGate, this is from the just web. I'm not sure. I think this is from one of the African sites. I'm not sure really about it. And it'll give you here what you want. So basically, it will give you a general overview without citation first, and then each part of your topic that you have been mentioned, it will cite it accordingly. For example, the overview, integrated multi-tropical tropic aquaculture is gaining attention and sustainable approach to blah, 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 until the end. The person who gave me this question, or you can just follow up with this and just confirm that it's really interesting or not. And then they talk about fish farmers, the interest, willing to pay, and economic. The thing about Prexiplicty, for example, when I give it something, it doesn't give me the whole package. So let's say I give this topic. It won't give me all the things related to each other. No, it will just split it part by part and take each part with each part. For example, interest, willingness to pay, economic benefit, or what is given here, it will just drop down and just like make it subsections, and then the challenges here. And to make sure this is article or not, you can just click on it, and then what is this citation? It gave, you see, you also make sure that if it is really ethical or not, if it is like this organization, then you can cite it, it's okay. If not, if from the internet, you can just ignore it. Another thing, you can search image, or you can search the same topic. Let's say, oh, I'm really interested in video, if it has been already there. It will check the YouTube, and it will give you the videos related to this topic. As you can see here, it is one. And if I want to watch it, it's just directly open, and you can watch it. I think yes, it will just directly open it. Even if you want to see if there are other thinking outside the soil, which is farmers, and blah, blah, blah. And if you would like, for example, search images, it will give you images. And if you would like to generate image, also it can generate images for you. So this what, okay, good. Chi-Square has been generated our questions. What I love about Chi-Square, it gives you a reminder here, which is Chi-Square platform uses AI to generate content quickly, but user input is essential for customizing, refining the final output. While AI provides strong framework, it may occasionally make errors, and references may not perfectly align with the text due to automatic search. So please review and adjust the content to ensure accuracy and relevance to your specific needs. So as you can see here, again, the person who shared the example, if you can just interact with me a bit about your research topic here, it gave you different research questions, and like this is the first research question, then it gave you different objectives and a hypothesis. As you can see here, investigate the relationship with fish farmers' preference. And this is a general aim, and here there are specific aims, and also the hypothesis. Again, the second aim, what potential impact integrated with multi-tropic. So on these, if they're really interesting, you can still, because Chi-Squares, it is not integrated with database like Kickstarters. So still you can take this research question and ask it to other databases that are integrated, if it's not paid. I mean, like, you don't need, for example, to take this research question to Kickstarter because you have to pay for that. You can just take this research question, for example, let's say I'm going to take this research question here, and I would like to take it to, this option in Prexiplicty is not for paid one, for generating the picture. So if you want to generate the image, you can use it. If I want to, like, for example, use the same research question, I just ask here, and then it will search and give me. So you can use the research question that have been given by Chi-Square and then to make sure that's related to research areas or not, if there are papers or not. Again, also you can use different tool, which is Elicit. Elicit, what Elicit does, you can extract data from Elicit. You can take overview. It can provide you also research papers. For example, I copy paste the same. I think I didn't copy paste it well. Yes, let's say this one. Elicit is here. So, and I want Elicit to tell me exactly. Again, I'm not using the paid version here. You see, I'm going to scroll down to show you exactly what Elicit provides. Elicit give me overview, which is here. It's a summary from 4 papers. And it's really scientific. If you read it, it's really scientific. And it has been cited by papers. And if you would like to click on the article, it just show you exactly here. Information about the articles, citation. You can access it using Semantic Scholar. And then it give you here the abstract, the study examined, constraint integrated with non blah, 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 blah. And if I would like to see it, I can just click on Semantic AI, and then Semantic AI that I told you about, it can give you the details of this paper, which is here. These are the authors. If you would like just to read it, it just give you an overview of reading it, or just a new tab that you can read it easily and to make sure that's aligned. If you don't want to spend more time on reading all of it, you can still integrate it with chat with PDF, or take the same paper. We take it to SciSpace, where we will talk about SciSpace in the next one. So these are the things. In Elicit, there are other features that you can use it even in the free versions. For example, it has been already generated topics, but let's say 2011, 2012, they are too old. I don't want it. So you come here, there are many filters. You can just tell them, oh, I want the most recent one. You just click on the most recent one. You want filter, another filters. You can make the years here. Let's say I just want from 2020 up to 2025. The quality of the journals. I don't want papers from Q3, 4, and else. I want only Q1 and 2. For example, I want only systematic reviews to check, or meta-analysis, or RCT. And then if you would like to add abstract, like contains what exactly methods, whatever, you can add it, or keywords that you want to add it, you can. And then apply. And then it will reload. It will change the summary that provided. This time it will give you summary of recent papers. As you can see here, the papers that they are giving me, 2023, 2022, and also this is new. Let's say, oh, these papers, how can I just quickly read it? You can do as follows. You can just extract, I can see here there's a summary, but no, I want the methodology. You can add it as a column, and then you can easily just see it here. Oh, this is a paper, this paper about blah, 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 and this is the methodology about this. It will give you a summary of the methodology. And you want also to see, for example, let's see more, because sometimes I'm really interesting about the implications or the gap, so it will be easy for you. So it just provides many, many, many options for you. Yes, future research. So future research, you can see, this is one of the things that I would like to also to address about Elicit, which is not in SciSpace, because SciSpace also, it has the same feature that it has limitation of columns. You cannot add more columns for the free version. For example, you can add a column, again, a new column to your topic, something that in this topic, but you want it in specific people. If I mentioned PICO, I want it, for example, among PhDs. So you just type PhD, and then you add your column. And because this is limited feature, you cannot see it exactly here because you are not allowed to do it. But let's go to SciSpace to do that. I hope until now we are going good. I'm not rushing too much because, okay. I was just clicking here. Okay, this is SciSpace Previously, it has been known, previously it has been known as SciSpace, but currently it's Typesit. But it's still, whenever you search, you can type SciSpace AI and then click on it, and then it will give you these features. You have to go, not AI chat. It has different features. I'm going to show you a bit. You can click here, discover, create, and publish your research. You see they have been changing, and then they just mentioned that we are at Typesit now. So you just click on continue, and then you continue. Let's see. Features that SciSpace has, and to be honest, it's my best. It's my best because I don't need to pay. At the same time, I can use many features that they are not in the other tools. One of the features is that you can see here, this is your dashboard, it's the home. You can log in. I'm not sure if I'm logging in. Am I logged in? Or? Yes, I'm already logged in. And then it has library. In the library, you can add whatever you want. Let me just close these because whatever you want, you can add it to the library. I already added one of the papers in the library. I will show you because I need to delete this. I don't want to show you this now, but I'm just showing you. You have also a notebook. You can write in your notebook, but in the notebook, they have specific limits in your notebook. A notebook, it's like a Word document that you can start writing. And after that, you copy paste what you want and you can cite it. You can do many things on that. Let me just. Okay, this is the notebook. It will give you just, let's say I'm talking about mental health. And I want to ask AI about mental health. Let's say it's asking continue about citation, whichever, but so it depends. But I won't recommend for you to start directly by AI. First, search about the topic here, and then what you get here, you can copy paste it here and then editing. So this tool is just for writing, but it's still, if you press the command, it will give you this / command, it will give you these options. Let's say outline builder, and then for impact of research, mental health. Let's say mental health among prisoners. Can someone? So I don't know about the spelling, to be honest. So I want, like, let's say mental health and pregnancy, and then it will give you outlines about understanding the prevalence of mental health in prisons, the impact of 8 barriers, and blah, blah, blah. And then you would like to talk about this. If you can see here, you have my 10 actions. And then if every time I created outline, it has been reduced by 1. And directly give you, for example, I just put the cursor here, and then it gives me this option. And in gray, if you like it, you can just, oh, this is interesting. If you don't like it, you can just delete it. You don't need it. If you like it, you can just click on it, and then that's okay. I can just click, and then, oh, well, that's good. For example, I would like to cite this. How? Cite it. It will search. You just need to just select what you want, cite it. It will give you papers here, and then you can click on it and you can cite it. But here in this function, you cannot make sure if that paper is really, but you can do it after that. You can say edit it or web search to make sure, oh, this paper is not good or it's really there or not. And as you can see, it might give you. It didn't give me the citation because it's AI generated. So this is also one of the limitations that you have to make sure about it. There is chat with PDF, literature, AI writer, find topics, paraphraser, citation generator, and extract data, and AI detector. Someone asked about AI detector. You can still detect it here, but as I said, for me, I'm not going to use it. But let's start from the beginning by finding a topic. And I will go again to see the topics that has been already mentioned. Oh, I don't know if I'm. Sorry for bringing this up, but I would like just to see the example that has been given. Loss and damage in climate change. This one sounds interesting, so we can use it. Oops. Okay, what SciSpace does, it will try to find relevant papers and find the topics related to this, like to this topic that you already mentioned, and it will find also subtopics. Since you already want a topic, in this case, it will give you subtopics of this topic. For example, it's the same thing that it has been given by Elicit, if you remember. The overview is the same overview. Citation, it already cited that. You can save this in your notebook that you already mentioned, and then you can edit it. So this is the easiest way. If you saved it, then you will find the same thing already in your notebook, and then you can paraphrase it if it's correct after you make sure. Let's go down here and to see what does it provide. It provides subtopic, loss and damage framework, and the sources already gives you the source, and climate-related displacement, non-economic losses, vulnerability assessment, etc. If you are interested in one of these topics, let's say disaster risk reduction, it will directly, again, search only in this subtopic, try to find specific papers, try to make an overview of this topic to give it to you. If you're interested, you can again add it to your notebook, and you can extract if these, because you have to go quickly to make sure of these, if you want it or not, and then you can export it as CSV file. Why CSV file? I'm sure 100% majority, if none of all of you, are using Citation Manager or reference manager, let's say. So most of the reference managers, some of them, they use CSV file. If you download these papers, a CSV file, you can just upload them, or RIS, or you can integrate it. It has an option of integrated to Zotero. I will show you when we search for literature. So let's take this topic again and go to the dashboard. I want to show you that. Let's say we have this topic and I want literature review about this topic. Now we created a topic. We also want to check the literature about that topic, or you can create a topic here, take it to Kickstart or take it to Chi-Square to create research questions, bring the research question back here, and try to find a literature review in those research questions. So you can use many tools and steps that you can create your research in one way, in easiest way. So create your topic here, take it to Chi-Square, create your research questions, objectives, to double check that they are accurate, they are related, integrated to literature, check the topics here. So here it gives overview and many things that you can do here. Let's scroll down what we have. It gives you 10 papers. Elicit, for example, didn't give me 10 papers. It gave me less than 10 papers. Even the summary was from 4 papers. Here, it's 5 papers. So Elicit has limitations. And even those papers, you can not use it only for your literature. You can extract it and use it for systematic review. So Elicit, they have option of systematic review extraction, but at the same time, it's paid one. So when you come and consider which tool you want to use, check all of them, make sure which one align with your research, with your area, will you really need it or not? And then, or try to find someone that who already paid for that, and then you can try with him or her for a bit of time, and then you can decide. You can even share with someone else or something like that. So let's go. One of the options that we have it in Elicit that you can select and make filter without that. One of the filters, for example, I can filter it for the last 3 years, last 5 years, or a time range of the papers that we want. So it has the same in different way. Let's say I want not only this, I want top papers. You can just select here, and then again, I think it has limitation on that, so I need to log out. Just a bit. No worries. we will just try again. So these are one of the limitations also you have to make sure about. I think my laptop is just freezing or what. Let me just log in again, and then I will share my slides. In the meantime, if you have questions, if you have any questions, just let me know. And I will... Right, let's just try to finalize it. Okay, we will take the same topic, and then we will just click on it and to make sure. Okay, that's what it gave us. So one of the things that, as I mentioned, if you want only the open access, you can click on it. If you want PDF, you can click on it. One of the features that you can select what you want. Let's say I'm interested in this one, and another one here. I want only this one. You can delete the one that you don't want. You can, for example, this I'm selecting it. I can delete them, or I can chat with the whole papers, these selected papers as one. So you can just chat on with them. What do you want? Right? Let's say ask a question. What are the most interesting findings in these papers? And then it will just check the whole 3 papers, and then it will give you what are the most interesting things in these papers. So it gave me the key findings of these. You can just click on them. And if you like it, you can just add it to your notebook. Again, one of the options, save it to your notebook. And you can do that. One other things that more features, keywords, publication type, or journals, books. And one of the things that they are already in Elicit was to add a column. Here, you can add a column. You don't have limit for that. For example, what I want here, limitations, I can add it and it directly just appears. You can click on the research gap also, and then you have more options to add more columns and give you a summary of what you want. And then you can create a column. In Elicit, you cannot create that column here. You can create it, for example, and ask for that. So let's say just disaster. Grant or what's I think I'm writing it wrong. So it will search migrants if they are there. You see, if there are migrants related to specific papers, it will give you this option. And in this case, you can select the papers that has migrants and delete the others, and then you add them. And many features that you can use. And this, you can also use chat with AI. One of the tools that I really like about chat with let's go to the library and chat with PDF. You can add, let's say these are the topics that this is one. You can add your PDF. You can upload it here. Let's upload one. Let's say this one. Apply, and this is I uploaded one file, and I would like to chat with this paper exactly. Like, what do you want from this paper? Do not spend more time to read the whole paper, or you read the abstract, it's okay, but you want something in the discussion, you want specific part, if it's supported your study or not, and then you can just ask any question, and then like it gives you answer of that. Like, for example, what's the future research of this? What is the limitations? Let's say the limitations of this paper. It will give you directly. Another option is that you can just highlight what you want. Let's say it gave me the limitations here. You can read the limitations. Let's say that, Wallahi, I'm really interested in one of the things which is the discussion, the findings, main findings, whichever. And then sorry, I just want to select something that could be very interesting, not. Okay, let's say that we just selected the outcome. Why it's selecting like that? Sorry. The PDF when they select. Okay, let's say that I want this. You can click on it. It will give you summarize, add it to your notebook or select it. But I can click highlight like this. So you highlight it, you can highlight it in a different way. But if I would like to just, let's say I took all these parts, I highlight it, and then you can summarize it. You can also ask whatever you want. You can ask if you want specific part of these papers. It just doesn't allow me here, so. You can copy paste it here and ask for specific papers, or you see brainstorm questions on this one, and you can ask about more papers. Without even asking it, it will already give you like exactly the papers as you can see here, so it's not a big deal. And then it will give you. You can use paraphrase, yeah? Paraphrase your text what you want and extract data on AI detection. As let's try the AI detection since someone already mentioned that. And let's take this part. So I'm not sure if the AI detection is for free here, but if it's not for free, okay. For example, this one, as I was. I'm not sure if that. I think that analyze. You see 100% AI detected. So minimal human, 1 out of 1 sentence where AI written, high AI, low AI sentence, 1 out of 1. So it's just, I feel like it's not realistic sometimes. So I wouldn't recommend it, but if you would like to use it, you can use it. One of the tools that you can also, if your paper, you want to summarize it in a video, you can just make it in a good way, as you can see here. I don't think you will hear this, but it will just change it directly to video. You can do it. And other things that you can try it by your own because we have limited time. So, but let's say, just try. Take the same thing and paraphrase it with them. So we paraphrase this, what it has been already provided. As you can see, I already paraphrase it. And then let's detect it to make sure. Zero. You see, when you paraphrase it, it gave you, it's essential human and zero AI. But at the same time, I wouldn't encourage you 100% you take the paraphraser as it is, read it, make sure it's good, add your own tone to it. And the easiest way to add your own tone or sense of writing is you read something, try to explain it to someone else. The way that you explain it, that's exactly the things that you wanted. Just do it and type it there, and then just check the grammar, and it will be the same if you understand it well. So that's for today. I hope it was clear. Now, because we have 10 minutes, if you have any question, you can raise your hand, or I will just check the questions in chat. If some people ask, so I will try to answer it. Omar, you can go ahead. You can go ahead, Omar, and ask. I think you have to mute. Oh, okay. I'll ask you. I request unmute for you. Can you accept it? So.
Hello.
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. I see this opportunity for first time. I think this is very excellent, your presentation I've got. But I want to say thank you. But if you share us the resource, also if you mention like open source for artificial intelligence, one to three alternatives I want to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Homer, for that question. So basically, as you can see, as I demonstrate for you, Typesit has many features, but they are limited unless you make many accounts with, if you want the free version, you can make more accounts with different emails in this case. But it still is better than Elicit, for example, where Elicit you need to pay more on it. One of the things that I really like is Chisquares. Chisquares is for free. So you can use all these tools. Just because we have limited time, I don't want to go further on different things. And I can just share my screen to show you exactly what I mean. Because Chisquare for research, it's just brilliant because it has many features. It's not just about a like research question, because you can take this research question you already asked about the topic, if you remember, and then the research objectives, and you take them as it is, and you retain back to the Toolkit for more options that they have, which is it takes time, which is proposal. I would like to talk about the research proposal in the next session, but I can just quickly. And you can create from the research question you build here, the research proposal. So you can integrate, or you can use multiple like AI tools at once. For example, you're just blindly, you don't know exactly which topics that you want to talk about. You can take your field as it is, topic your field. If your field, for example, is ecology, as they mentioned, or whatever, take ecology as it is, take it to Typesit. Typesit, it will give you subtopics linked with research like papers, which is the literature, integrated the literature. And then from that, you can quickly take a summary of that, make sure it's correct, and then you would like to create a research question to make sure it really has been handled or not. If you don't have money to do that, you can check inside things if it is a gap or not. If it's sure 100% is a gap, come here to Chisquare, generate your research question, and generate your proposal, re-edit it by your own, or even with Paperpal. Next session, we'll talk about it, how to paraphrase and use it in a good way. And then you can present it and you have a real preference in that use. So you can use multiple tools at once, but make sure which tool is fitting you and good for you, good for your pocket, good of use. Is it like really demanding that or need for you to use it or not? And why I'm saying Chi-Square, because Chi-Square, let's say you created your topic, your research question, your research proposal, you want to collect the data easily. You can come here. If your research question, like your study is, let's say, descriptive, you can come here and design your own survey. I'm sure you can do that using Google Form, but still you can do it here, but it has more features. Whenever you create it, if you are struggling with ethical approval, you can apply for ethical approval, and they will give you feedback. You can download the data. You can download it online, offline, and then you can get the data. The system can clean it for you, and then give you report of descriptive analysis or results of what you have. And then you can take it and then analyze it. And then you can write your manuscript later. So each step of your research, you can integrate it with one of the tools or more than one of the tools. But still, I can share with you later the summary of the tools and the price of each one of them. If it will be easier for you, then you can select whichever you want, because there are other tools that can help you also in, for example, not just summarizing, it will give you the contrast and the comparison of topics. Let's say ecology, it will give you, and you have a specific topic that has contradiction and comparison. It will give you the papers that only support your idea and the papers that they do not support your idea. I think this is a good way on writing when you come to write your, let's say, your discussion, it will be easier. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Someone is asking. I hope I asked a question. You're welcome. Someone is asking about the links. Okay, I can, because I cannot really see. I'm trying to just. Another question, if there's a question in the chat or something. Someone asked about the link. I'll share the links to you. Someone is asking now, is it possible to update the initial summary provided by Elicit after choosing some papers among those suggested? So if Elicit provided the summary for you and you are like, you check the papers and the papers are accurate and everything, and that what it gave you, it was really in the papers. In this case, you can take the summary and you can just paraphrase it the same way, but it can be the same structure if it fits your research. And I like to take the summary of these because majority of the time it's good for my background of research of the manuscript. So I take it or I ask about specific part. For example, sometimes I ask about just the gap in that area. Because, for example, when you write the introduction, you have to write about subsections of the introduction, which is the background, and then you have to write about the importance or evidence, and then write about the research gap, how the study fits that gap. You can take each section and ask Elicit or SciSpace on that part. It will give you overview papers. You have it in your hand, and then easy. Add it to your notebook, easy to write and faster. Someone who is raising. Oluwakami, I think. I hope I'm pronouncing your name. You can go ahead and ask.
Thank you. After using the Chisquares to generate the survey, is it possible for Chisquares to also generate the data?
You mean generate data that are not there? I mean, like as AI tool, or what do you mean by your question? Please clarify.
Okay, because some of my students sometimes they tell me that they use AI Chisquares to design their questionnaire or to design the survey, but sometimes they will now come with the data and they will tell me that it was Chisquares they used to generate the data. Is it also possible?
Okay. To be honest, I don't have that experience. But what I know about Skysquare, it has bank of surveys. It has examples of many things. So it will give you option on the things that if you don't want. So if you like the demo or demonstration about that, then it's easily give you if you want it, just to learn, not something that you can use it in scientific way and publish it.
So it's not possible to do manipulation, using
this question, to be honest, I cannot answer it accurately, but I think Shaya is here.
I just wanted to be sure.
Yes, if I can give you the mic, if you can. Shaya, can you hear me?
Hello, Nafisa.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's the perfect one who can answer this question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this exciting presentation. It was really detailed. So yes, the person asking about Chi-Squares. Chi-Squares is a one-stop shop for research, as Nafisa has said. You can do sample size calculation, you can do sampling, you can design your survey, you can generate proposal, you can generate research questions, you can do cover letter. In fact, one of the features we are coming up with very soon is to write a manuscript on the platform, complete manuscript, and do your analysis without having to go to other platforms to like everything in one place. So when you talk about your students generating data, it's possible that they launched a survey on the platform, because when you launch a survey and then the data is collected, you can download it in the raw form or the cleaned form. And also you can download study reports, analysis reports, and code book. All of those are available at a go. Once you set up your survey and your data is being collected, you can get all of those reports and your data sets from the platform. So they are not manipulating the data. No, it's not manipulation. It's from the responses you get from participants that took part in your survey. I hope that is clear.
Hello, thank you. But is it possible to personally fill the data? I mean, the questions rather.
Okay, when you mean like responding to the survey question
Yes,
yourself?
like responding, and one person will fill different options, just to get as many respondents as possible. Is it possible?
Okay, I think that malpractice is people based. So yes, but we have a settings on the platform that you cannot respond more than once. There's a setting that you can limit the response from a particular device because the platform captures the ID of a device. So you can set up, in fact, you can even set up from the logic such that a participant cannot respond more than once. So that way you can control the data quality whereby malpractice can be reduced. I mean, one person cannot just be filling the report or the survey on and on. Do you understand? But that power is given to the survey owner. We cannot decide what you do with your survey. No, that belongs to you. If you want to restrict how responses are being sent, you can do that on your own because, of course, it's your survey, it's your study. The quality of the data you want depends on how you want the survey to be taken. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Nafisa, I don't know if it's possible to share the link to the Chisquares platform that you can create accounts for free. Is it allowed? Can I share the links?
Yeah, I shared it, but you can also share it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for your participation. I think we are run out of time. There are some people asking about my contact, but I can only contact in LinkedIn. Maybe I can share a LinkedIn with you. And yeah, there are some questions about someone who already used ChatGPT custom. And the paid version, I already have been used that, but because it's the limited time, I didn't want to demonstrate all the things in one. But maybe next time we can talk about cloud in other session if you would like. Cloud, and we can talk about concepts, and we can talk about ChatGPT, Gemini, and each one of these. I have used ChatGPT in data analysis also, but I was checking. I was using it in coding using R, so it could be possible. But you have to make sure because sometimes it gives you wrong like suggestions, and but when you return back to it, it just give you like, oh, I'm sorry, it seems like confused. So this is one of the limitations that it could be. If someone is raising, it will be the last question, then we will close for today.
I don't think anyone raising right now. Or like, okay.
I can see Oluwakami or he or is it Chitanda?
You already
Tatinda, I
answered
think.
in that.
I think Tatinda or
Tatinda, would you like to ask last question for today's webinar?
Tatinda, are you asking?
Right.
Okay, I think.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Doc. Mine is not a question necessarily, but I request maybe if you don't mind, you can share with us your email so we can just ask some more questions at personal level.
Sorry, I
can't.
have been locked out. I think it's my. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. I think Nafisa has already shared her LinkedIn ID from where you can contact her. Can you see it on the chat box? Yeah, please reach out to her there. And don't forget, we have another session of the part 2 of this webinar on February 28th. And I hope you have registered from the same link. If you have any more questions, you can join us then and we can have more chat about it. And for the last activity of today, I would like to take your picture. If you are okay with it, please turn on your video so that we can post about this webinar on our social media. And what are the socials? Socials, let me share with you. Give me a minute. Okay, so if you can check out the everyone in the meeting chat box, I have shared the Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram account of AuthorAID. We keep on updating our socials very frequently with the resources, blogs, opinion pieces from all over the world, and various kind of opportunities that would be very helpful for you. So please stay connected with us. And to become the member, like many of you are asking today, you can sign up at our website, or there is a Google group where a lot of opportunities, informations are shared on regular basis. You can be the part of Google group too. And the interesting thing is we are kickstarting our 2025 with the massive open online course on mastering grant proposal writing. You can learn what the MOOC is about from the link there and register for the MOOC from the another link. Can you see it there? And we hope to see you around and staying connected with us and learning and exchanging your knowledge with us. And in our website, you can see a section for blogs where you can submit your blogs on your research or your experiences, opinions on certain topic. So don't forget to also check out those options. There is the section for resource where you can access a lot of resources and also share the resources that have been helpful for you throughout your scholarly journey. So do that as well. Now I like to take a picture while I also want to invite you for our another webinar, the part 2 of this webinar. Please smile or do something fun. Okay.
Thank you very much.
No,
Have a good day. Bye.
I'm on the second slide. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Oh, sorry. Because I can't see the slide. I don't know. I think I
Oh
have
my God,
problem.
sorry. So if anyone can,
Sorry.
that's the Friday mood. If anyone can, so like, do you have any poses for thank God it's Friday and the weekend is ahead and you can do something fun pose so that I can capture anything fun? Yeah, I can see people doing this and that. Yes. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. And thank you so much, Nafisa, for being so kind with us, sharing all of your information and expertise. And we look forward to having you on February 28th. Nafisa and everybody else, see you soon and enjoy your weekend. And stay
Thank
connected
you.
with AuthorAID. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And for the for the recording, check out our YouTube, which is also a hub of resources of previous live events. Yeah, bye-bye. See you around.
Okay, see you.
Bye. Bye-bye.